Alright, here we are aboard the Jetty Wolf in its boat port. What I'm going to show you here is the Mr. Funnel. I had some other videos up on the blog about this, but it's going to be my own personal test today. What you have, it's kind of dark under here so I know it's hard to see, but what you have is an indentation in a filter here that will trap water, and at the same time you have this cone sticking up in the middle here that has a Teflon coated 5 micron filter. Water molecules can't pass through it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some fuel in the boat, just 6 gallons with a 6-gallon jerry can, and I'm going to test it and see what kind of water that I end up getting in here, or any kind of debris. I just came back from the gas station and got some fuel in that jerry can, and now I'm going to give this a try. And the second stage of the video will be, let's see if there's any water or debris in with the fuel, because I know we all want to keep water out of our tank. So if there's water in the fuel, you're just adding more into your tank. Nobody can say that I'm not trying everything I can to keep my outboard running good. Between testing the ethanol, if somebody said, geez, you got a huge ethanol problem, I'll say, no I don't, because I can test it right out of my Raycor filter and it can be 5% versus anything else. So, oh, you have huge amounts of water in your fuel. Well, I'm going to filter the fuel this way, then it goes through my Raycor filter, then it goes through my water fuel separator under the cover of the Honda, and through a filter there, and through a filter in the high pressure pump. I don't think I should have any problems. So, I'll be back with you and show you what my findings are. The Mr. Funnel, water separating debris collecting filter funnel. Alrighty, this is the conclusion to the test. I don't know if you can see this, but that's about how much gas is left in the bottom of the filter, because there's going to be a little pool down there that's going to collect any water. I stuck this in a jar, and I don't expect you all to be able to see it, but right here in the sun I can see a few little particles, tiny particles, and lucky for me, I don't see any water. No, I don't see any water. Slosh this around a little bit. Stand here right in the sun. I see a few particles, but I don't see any water collection in the bottom. So that's the whole objective. I mean, just think. You know, your Raycor filter is only about 10 micron. This is a 5 micron filter that this fuel has to go through. And then it's got, like I told you, it's got like a little sump in the bottom, where I read a lot of reviews and people say that, oh, well, it wastes too much gas. I mean, look at, can you see that in this jelly jar? So what? If this is nice clean fuel, it'll just go on my lawnmower. And looking down on it, some of those particles are quite large. But again, like I said, I don't see any water. So that's basically the test for the Mr. Funnel. I'm going to use it now for every fill up. You don't know. And by the way, I wanted to go ahead and test that fuel that I just put in the boat for you. Since we have all this at our disposal, why not use it? So I'm going to show you the Mercury Marine. It's also the Briggs & Stratton engine ethanol tester that you can get from Mercury Marine, because I got it. I got it from a really good place, right on their website, europeanmarine.org. The guy was really promoting testing your fuel. So I'm going to, next shot, I'm going to show you what the actual test tube actually says. All right. Okay, now we're actually looking at the mercury tester. I'm hoping y'all can see this. Okay, I'm zooming in, staying a decent distance away. But if you look at that mark, I'm sure you can see that mark. I can see it in the screen. And that fuel that I just purchased is exactly 5% ethanol. Okay, you can see the graduating marks. You can see the bottom of the tube. I got it sitting here on the transom of my boat. This mark in here, that's the weld of my chum chopper. The mark that you're looking at is right there at the tip of my finger. And what that says is 5%. Okay. And there's the fuel sitting on top of it. And what that is producing is phase separation and marking on top of water. There's water in the bottom of that tube, marking on top of the water how much ethanol separates when it's agitated in fuel. Okay, so I know it's been hard to see before, but there it is, 5%. Straight from the gas pump, no additives, all the water taken completely out of a 6-gallon jerry can full of fuel.